For Demacia, for the legend, halt, warrior. You stand before Garen, the might of Demacia, and I have a tale for you. It is a story not of swords and shields alone, but of a phenomenon that has gripped your world with the force of 1,000 charging dauntless vanguards. I speak, of course, of the grand theater of battle known as League of Legends. The thrill of the gank, the glory of a pentakill, the crushing despair of a surrendered match. But do you know its soul? Do you understand the sheer scale of this legend we all inhabit? It is more than a game. It is a living, breathing saga, a testament to the enduring spirit of competition and camaraderie that echoes across continents and through the hearts of millions. This is no mere pastime, recruit. It is a crucible where heroes are forged and legends are born. Every match is an epic poem written in the language of skill, strategy, unyielding courage. When I charge into the fray, my blade held high, shouting for my homeland, I feel the same fire that burns within every player who has ever defended their nexus with their last breath. This shared passion is the lifeblood of our world. It's a force more potent than any magic, a bond stronger than any Demacian steel. It is the reason why the call of the Summoner's Rift has been answered by so many, for Demacia, and for the game. Every great epic has a humble beginning, and the saga of League of Legends is no different. Long before I first set foot on the Summoner's Rift in the early 2000s, there was another battleground, a Warcraft III modification. This custom map, Defense of the Ancients, DotA, was a spark. It captured heroic combat. From this fertile ground, two visionaries emerged, Brandon Riesbeck, Mark Trindamere Merrill. They were DotA veterans dreaming of a standalone game. They wanted unique champions, deep lore, constant improvement and balance. In 2006, they founded Riot Games. Their name would soon echo with one of my mightiest roars. The quest was noble, a game for players by players. Early days were a trial by fire, the development team small but fiercely dedicated. They poured passion into Runeterra. The original 40 champions were the vanguard. Ashe, Singed. We represented the game's diverse tapestry. On October 27, 2009, the gates opened. League was unleashed. It began as a fledgling, free-to-play with a bold promise. Growth came by word of mouth, late-night sessions honing strategies and rivalries. A true warrior never stands still, and neither does the arena in which we fight. The Summoner's Rift you know today is a vastly different place from the battlefield of our first campaigns. In the early years, the very ground beneath our feet was transformed. In 2014, it received a complete visual and gameplay update, breathing new life into every lane, every jungle camp, and every turret. The stones became sharper, the forests deeper, and the monsters more fearsome. The changes went far deeper than mere aesthetics. The very rules of engagement have been rewritten time and time again. Do you remember a time before the Dragon's Soul, when Drakes offered only simple stacking buffs? The Elemental Drakes introduced a layer of dynamic strategy that forces teams to adapt on the fly. Will you fight for the Infernal Drake's raw power, or the Cloud Drake's swift rotations? The jungle, my old stomping ground between ganks, has seen countless transformations, with new camps like the Rift Herald, and updated monsters like the Gromp and Krugs constantly shifting the balance of power. Of course, the most significant evolution has been the roster of champions itself. From the original 40, our ranks have swelled to over 160, warriors, mages, and monstrosities. Each new champion is a tactical puzzle, like Yasuo, whose wind wall changed projectile fights forever. The arrival of champions like Bard reshaped map-wide support. The metagame is in perpetual flux. Even we older champions are not immune. Many of us, myself included, have undergone reworks. This commitment to evolution is why League remains so compelling. It is a promise that the battle will never grow stale, and there will always be a new challenge to master. Courage and skill are the measures of a warrior, but numbers reveal the true scale of a global conflict. The sheer magnitude of League of Legends is a force that would make even the armies of Noxus tremble. At its peak, the game has boasted over 180 million monthly active players. Contemplate that for a moment. That is an army larger than the population of most nations on your planet. Every single day, tens of millions of matches are played, each one a unique story of triumph and defeat. The total number of hours players have dedicated to this game is measured not in centuries, but in millennia. Let us speak of the currency of our realm, Riot Points, Blue Essence. While the game is free, players have shown their support through the acquisition of cosmetic items. The sale of champion skins is a colossal enterprise. For example, the Star Guardian skin line, a tribute to the magical girl anime of your world, has generated tens of millions of dollars, with a portion often donated to charity. This demonstrates a powerful bond between the developers and the community. It's not just about business, it's about creating art that resonates with players. The data behind the game is as complex as any battle plan. Riot Games tracks billions of data points every day to ensure balance. They know precisely which champion has the highest win rate in the hands of a professional versus a novice. They know how many times Baron Nashor is slain per hour across the globe. One fascinating statistic: Teemo was responsible for more champion deaths per day than any other, through his nefarious poison mushrooms. These numbers guide the developers as they tweak the game. Consider the code itself. Millions of lines holding this world together. The technical infrastructure is an engineering marvel, petabytes during big events. Without it, the Grand Theater would fall silent. While every battle on the Rift is a story, the grandest tales are told on the world stage of eSports. The League of Legends World Championship, or Worlds, is the ultimate test of skill, strategy, teamwork. The first World Championship in 2011 was a humble affair held at a gaming conference. The European team Fnatic claimed the inaugural title. The growth of Worlds has been nothing short of meteoric. Compare that first event to the 2018 World Championship Finals in Incheon, South Korea. The opening ceremony featured a virtual pop group called KDA, whose debut song became a global chart-topping hit, viewed hundreds of millions of times. The finals itself drew a peak concurrent viewership of over 99.6 million people, rivaling the audience of major traditional sporting events like the Super Bowl. This was more than a tournament, it was a cultural spectacle. Many heroes have been forged in the fires of Worlds. We all remember the tale of Faker, the unkillable Demon King from South Korea. His mechanical genius and strategic dominance led SK Telecom T1 to 3 World Championship titles. Then there are the underdogs, like the Taipei Assassins in 2012, who defied all expectations. The impact of these championships extends far beyond the players. They have created a thriving ecosystem of coaches, analysts, and casters. Regional leagues like LCK, LPL, LEC, and LCS have become premier sporting competitions in their own right. The crucible of professional play pushes the game to its limits, revealing new strategies that trickle down to players of every skill level. The call of the Summoner's Rift is a language understood in every corner of your world. League of Legends is not just a game, it is a global culture, a common ground where players from vastly different backgrounds can meet, communicate, compete. It has transcended national borders, language barriers, and cultural divides. A player in Brazil can strategize with a teammate from Japan using the universal language of pings and in-game objectives. This shared experience creates a unique form of global community, a digital nation whose only requirement for citizenship is a passion for the game. It is a unity forged in the heat of battle. This global reach is visible in every aspect of the game's culture. Cosplay is a vibrant and global phenomenon. Cologne, California, Dalmatian warriors, yordles, fan art, music, and animation flood the internet. This world is not built only by its developers, it is co-created by millions of fans. The success of Arcane proved that the stories and characters of Runeterra have a powerful universal appeal. It captivated audiences who had never even played the game. From the bustling PC bangs of Seoul to university esports clubs in Europe and the Americas, the game has become a social fabric. It is a way for friends to connect, for rivals to test their mettle, and for communities to form. A global network of shared passion. This is the true power of League of Legends. The human connections it fosters across the globe. GLHF. Your legend awaits. And so, we reach the end of my tale, but the beginning of yours. I have spoken of the game's humble birth, its constant evolution, and its rise to global prominence. You now understand the history that courses through the veins of every match you play. This is the legacy you inherit every time you lock in your champion and step onto the Summoner's Rift. It is a legacy of passion, competition, and community. Do not falter in the face of defeat. Every loss is a lesson. Every misplayed team fight is an opportunity to learn and grow stronger. True courage is not the absence of fear, but the will to press on in spite of it. Whether your goal is to climb the ranked ladder to master a new champion, or simply to share in the thrill of victory with your friends, your efforts, your triumphs, and your struggles all add to the grand saga. You are a part of this story now. So I issue this challenge to you, the young gamers of this new era. Look upon this world not as a simple game, but as a path to glory. Hone your skills. Study the strategies of the masters. Communicate with your allies and treat them with honor. Find the champion that speaks to your spirit, the vanguard, the assassin, the mage. Master their abilities until they are an extension of your own will. This is your training ground, your crucible. The battle horn sounds once more. Your teammates are waiting in the champion select lobby. A new fight is about to begin, and with it, a new chance to carve your name into the annals of the Rift. Step forward with courage, fight with honor, and never ever surrender your resolve. Whether you fight for Demacia, Noxus, or simply for the thrill, now go. Heed the call. Your legend awaits. For Demacia, for victory.